That's PQO. No,
The Hukbalahap.
Balahaps. Yeah. Uh, mhm.
Yes. Yes.
What it would help if you could identify the leader, because we.
Di niya alam.
I'm sorry.
There were provinces that would have four guerrilla groups. Like in Quezon, you would have the Hukbalahaps, PQOG, Hunters,
Marking.
and Marking. So same with Rizal. So and they were mobile. So rivers would be their de
Boundaries.
facto boundaries. So you take care of the west side. But the hunters were mobile. The hooks were the ones who were territorial.
The hunters were moving in a group of 30s to 50. They called it the mobile forces. These were combat patrols and forces on a hunt
The
and
hooks
destroy.
preferred squadrons of 100.
We the hunters were more mobile and more efficient fighting because of the number, lesser number, and their only mission is search and destroy.
So the situation, ma'am, is that a guerrilla would have only 15 bullets. So if a group, let's say hunters, ambush the Japanese, the mountainside, then they would go home. On the way, they would meet the markings and say, "They're still Japanese. It's your turn." So the markings would ambush them. And going home, it would be the PQOG. And then the fourth one would be Hook. So the Japanese were confused because they would get ambushed four times.
Yes, that's true.
Anyways,
That
well,
happens.
The miracle here is there was no central command. So the Japanese thought that if they raid this camp, it would stop the action. But they never realized that there could be as many as four major guerrilla groups operating in a province. So it would not work out. So if I may just finish, the third period is the Philippine Liberation Campaign from the Battle of Leyte to the surrender of Yamashita in Kiangan, Ifugao. So that's the periodization that I learned from the guerrilla veterans themselves. Not just the hunters, but
The
all,
rest.
all of the guerrilla groups that were organized as the Veterans Federation of the Philippines,
As
which
I,
included the Hooks.
as I said, he spent more than 30 years researching.
it's almost a lifetime.
And and I'm so glad that I learned, and then I came today. And they said 75,000 troops surrendered under General MacArthur because Americans spent too much time fighting the Hitler, so they left the military in Philippines. So 75,000 troops, about how many people? Wonder.
It's
Surrender
75,000
troops,
soldier.
troops
Yeah.
surrender. And then they said 1 million Filipino civilians died from this war. It's so brutal. Ooh.
So anyway, we're screening Unsurrendered 2 tomorrow, so you will see a fuller treatment of what we briefly shared today.
Screen Unsurrendered 2 at the War Memorial Veterans Building at 3 o'clock, along with another film, Rescue in the Philippines. That's War Memorial Building, 401 Van Ness, 3 o'clock. Room 201. Room
Third.
201. And it's free.
The-
The United Nations won, the original United Nations won World War II.
yes, the third portion of the.
Philippine Liberation Campaign from Battle of Leyte to Yamashita surrender. So I congratulate Cecilia Garland and the Bataan Legacy Society for this great work.
for
Cecilia,
being
more
here.
power to you.
And as I said, the role of the guerrillas is included in this new curriculum framework. This has never been studied. It has never been taught in the United States. And now it's going to be part of the U.S. history for grade 11, chapter 16. So we want to thank our panelists because this is history that is not known here in the United States.
Like I said, this is
it
the
being
untold.
taught in the Philippines or what? Is it being
It's also
taught?
not known in the Philippines, so
No, right now we've been going from universities to universities, showing and talking, doing the same thing.
But it's not a requirement yet.
Not yet.
no, because there's a textbook cartel in the Philippines.
Yes. And may I again say, we're
It's a
coming
real
out
cartel.
with the Los Baños history, which is the biggest internment camp, prisoner of war camp in Asia during that time, and it was liberated without a single casualty of internees, and only 2 guerrillas got killed, but it was more of, they got killed because of sentiments.
One last note of importance. I'm glad the Americans are doing this. The Philippines will have to break up that cartel for us to follow your lead. And of course, we have to ask the Japanese, maybe it's time you also reform your educational system,
Yes.
plus ASEAN, because we must keep in mind the Philippines is part of a single ASEAN community.
That's true.
So we're coming up with an ASEAN textbook as well.
Oh, good, good.
So we would like you, thank you for your support and future support. Thank you very much.
Thank you so
Cecil,
much.
congratulations.
Thank you. Maraming salamat.
Maraming salamat.